Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to do is, I wanted to show you guys how to navigate Wage or how to navigate Aztec and Canvas. Canvas you need for Wage. Most of our coursework is going to be in uh, Aztec anyway. Oop, wrong one. Sorry. Here I am in my web browser. I'm in Google. Can I move this guy? I can move that guy right there. And this is going to keep popping up no matter what. Okay, so I have gone to plus.aztecsoftware.com and I have signed in. Right now, I am imitating a generic student, nobody in particular. But what we're going to do is when you get into Canvas, I'm sorry, when you log into Aztec here, this is going to be what your landing page kind of sort of looks like. And to go to the different courses to access your coursework, we're going to click on View Classrooms. Now, we've got this generic student that I built has got a lot of classes that you guys may not. You'll have maybe a D level language or math or an M level language, math, reading, that kind of thing. The other thing you're going to have is Wage Complete class. Anytime you want to look in any of your classes, you just click on where it says Start Class. So you click on the little square where it has the image of the class. You can, from here, you've got a whole bunch of options, but maybe the most common option would be to look at your learning plan. The learning plan shows you how the course is broken up by units, and in Aztec, Wage is broken up by the digital literacy component, by Ready for Work, and the Skills Complete catalog. In the digital literacy component, we have every unit looks similar to this. You've got a post-test, I'm sorry, you got a pre-test, you've got a post-test, and you've got several lessons in between. The typical flow of this in your typical managed class would be, or in your unmanaged class would be, do a pretest, look and see what units it says you need to work on, or what lessons you need to work on. We work on these individual lessons until we get an 80%, and then we do the post test, and we're working for 80%. In Wage, I'm going to give you videos of the lessons, and so you don't have to worry about doing the lesson video, but over here, the drills, you can click on those and do the drills. You're looking for 80% on the drills here. I want you to complete every drill in this section and then do the post test, and we're looking for 80% on the drills, and we're looking for 80% on the post test. That's in the digital literacy component. If you want to hop around, we can go back to top, and we can look at the Ready for Work, and the Ready for Work has 4 subunits. Those 4 subunits, we've got your listening skills. Again, we can do the drills for each one of these, the pre-employment skills, and then the post test. We have your communication skills with listening, effective speaking, following directions. We can do the drills for every one of those, and then the post test. And again, we're looking for 80%. Same thing with self-management or working with others. You're going to have drills, you're going to have a post test. The Life Skills Complete catalog is a little bit different. This is where we have our financial literacy component. You guys will not see this many sections. You will just see the financial literacy component starting with money smarts. It includes deals on wheels and introduction to credit. For those 3 sections, you're going to want to do all 3 of those drills to 80%. There's no post test in here to worry about. And then any class you want to you want to access in Aztec, if you're in one class, you want to go to another, we just click on Classrooms. And then we find the classroom we want. You guys would probably look at maybe an M-level language class. In the various academic content courses, you can take practice tests to see, where you stand up compared to some of the other material. For the paraprofessional class, your practice tests aren't really geared toward the para test. I've got some other practice tests we can work on for that. But the learning plan works the same. We click on the class, and then we have the different units, and each unit has different lessons. And we will be focusing on doing different lessons, looking for 80%, and then practicing our content to see if we can score well on the para test with some different tests, some different practice tests. That's Aztec. Aztec Pretty self-explanatory. May take a little time. If you have any questions about where to find something or how to do something, shoot me an email or just holler at me. I'll see what I can do to help you. This is Canvas. You will find Canvas at aalrc.instructure.com, and you will log in. Your dashboard will look a little bit different. Your landing page when you get logged in will look something like this. It will have a classes workforce preparation certificate with Costalk Community College. You probably shouldn't have all these other squares, but hey, I'm a teacher. I've got to have all these classes. So you click on the class there. You will enter it. It looks for you something like this. Yours is a little simpler than mine. You want to look at the assignments. Wage in Canvas has 4 parts. The career exploration, we probably have already started that. Digital literacy, employment skills, and financial literacy. One of the first things it's going to ask you for in this assignment 2, 3, and 4 is what date did you finish the post-test, or what date did you finish the content for that in Aztec? And so that's why I showed you the Aztec part first, because you're going to work in Aztec first and then come over here to do Canvas for some of your other stuff in Wage. The career exploration, if we look at the quiz, the first thing it asks is what is the date you had the conversation with your career coach? Well, if you're seeing this, we've already had it. It's the date we did our orientation. They'll want you to go to this ONET interest profiler to get an idea for your work aptitude. What do you like to do? What are you good at doing? That kind of thing. And after you complete this, you'll save your results as a PDF and upload those here. And the same thing, there's the Real Life Arkansas. The Real Life Arkansas activity, we will, based on the job that you selected up here, and how much money you will make, you can fill that in here. The job you want to have is this, you'll make that much money. And then you'll complete the Real Life Arkansas assignment, and it'll figure what your monthly expenses and your annual expenses with taxes are, and we want to put that in there. Every one of these assignments for Wage in Canvas, they call them quizzes. You can take as much time as you need. You work the first part, then you work the second part, you work the third part, and when you're done with all 3 parts, you submit the quiz. Don't submit it early. I mean, I guess you could, but then you may have to download something and resubmit if you have pieces missing. But if you have any questions, please ask. I will do whatever I can to help. I would recommend, and this is just me, the order I would recommend you do this is the career exploration, the digital literacy, and the financial literacy. The digital literacy is going to require you to set up an account at typing.com and take some typing test ultimately and get a certificate saying you can type at least 20 words a minute with 80% accuracy. That's pretty easy. The financial literacy, after you do the financial literacy component in Aztec, you'll need that date, and then you'll have to pick a question and write a 5-sentence paragraph answering it. That's pretty easy. The employability skills, it's not hard. There's just a few moving pieces to it. One of those might depend on your instructor. The date you complete all those pieces in Aztec, you can put that here, and you can create an Arkansas JobLink account. That's if you wanted to do that, we click on this. Nope, that's not the one. Click there. Let's open that in a new tab. And everybody tells me I can't see, it just tells me to log in, it doesn't tell me to set up an account. Well, it's kind of buried. We go to job seekers, and then we can go to create an account, and you don't have to fill in your social security number, okay? But because you can actually click that here and say, I don't want to do that, but you need to put in your date of birth, create a username and password, confirm your password, and fill out a bunch of information here. That's your JobLink account for this Canvas assignment. The other two things that may be time consuming are creating a resume. I would like to see your resume and give you feedback on it before we turn it in. There's some things we need to add to it, and we'll talk about that in more detail in the class. But then we have to do a mock interview, and I would like to save that mock interview for a time maybe after you complete the para exam, because what that does is it lets you focus on the test first, and then after you finish the test, hopefully you've passed the test, and then you're thinking about how am I going to get a job, and then we talk about the interview skills in more details, and we practice interviewing so that you can be prepared to get that job. That's what we want you to do, to get a job. Anyway, that's the short and basic rundown of Canvas. You can see your grades. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Go ahead and do it anyway. Wait for me to grade everything before you move on to this assignment that says certificate of completion. Okay, I need to grade everything and give you feedback first before you go to this one. And this will be where you get your wage certificate when everything else is done. But if you have any questions about how to navigate Canvas or how to navigate Aztec, how to find something, how to find a report, whatever it is, just give me a holler and I will see what I can do to help you with whatever your problem is. Just remember, I'm here to help. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask.